G'day guys, welcome back. Just here to do a quick reaction to what's happening in Russia with the mobilization. Got this quick video to have a look at and just to see what kind of men that Russia is sending to Ukraine. Now, I don't suppose to be any military expert or anything like that. I've never been in the military. I have an artificial leg. I wouldn't be accepted into the military. But since I was a little kid, I've always been interested in war. I started with a magazine called World War II. My auntie bought me a subscription to it. So when other boys were playing with Star Wars figurines, I was drawing tanks or drawing planes or Soviet era guns and all that sort of stuff, doing battle maps. I also was lucky enough that my father owned a toy store, so I had all models of tanks and I'd paint them and soldiers and all that sort of stuff. So ever since then, I've always been interested in the military. So anyone out there that has served, I have the greatest respect for you. So here we are. We've got some new recruits in Sevastopol in Crimea. And just firstly, looking at this, the first thing that comes to my mind is Dad's Army. So if you guys don't know the TV show from the 70s, there was an English TV show called Dad's Army, and it basically it explains itself. So we've got a young guy here. He doesn't look too happy about being there. The second dude is 30 kilos overweight. This guy here should be manning a lathe in a factory. Okay, he's near 50, if not over 50. This guy over here looks like my father, so he's got to be up to the 50s. This guy here is definitely in his 50s, and if we go down to here, this guy looks like he's in his 90s. And you can tell by the stance of the soldiers that they're not, that, you know, if Soviet era, everyone was up, proud, back straight, everything. You know, if you watch a military parade or you watch something in North Korea or China, they're all back straight. They have to do that. These guys look like they've just walked out of the pub. So the first thing that we notice is this ragtag bunch is the guns. The guns are super old. So these are AKMs. So I don't know when the AKM came out, but maybe 59 or 55 or something like that. So these guys are being supplied with weapons that are 70 years old. And you can tell by just looking at them. Okay, I don't know whether they're just using these weapons as a parade thing, but if these guys are going into battle with these guns, like, and they're not even uniform, so this one's got a more modern magazine, this one's got the original magazine, this one's got a modern, but you know, they've still got wooden stocks. They don't know how to hold the guns, so these guys haven't even been trained in how to hold a gun and not to hold it uniformly. So this is the kind of thing that we're seeing all over in the Russian army, is that there's no uniformity at all. So let's go and have a look and see whether this is an AKM. Alright, so here we are. So this is an AKM. So this is from Wikipedia. As you can see, you can tell that that's basically the gun that these guys are holding, and looks exactly the same. So when was this? Like 1959 was when this gun came out. So if the Russian army is bringing out 70-year-old guns to give their one-day recruits, they're in a world of hurt. So we're back on the parade line. So we pointed out the age of the guys. Some of them should not even be anywhere near an army. I just noticed this guy here too. The age difference between some of these guys is unbelievable, and that doesn't help with camaraderie. particularly this if you've got to go into war with an old guy like this. But the blaring thing is, look at the captain. The captain. Let's have a look at him. All right. So look at this dude. So this is the guy that's telling you to go and fight, and have a look at the condition that he's in. So I wouldn't go to war for him or with him or anywhere near him, because he would be an absolute liability. And I don't think that guy's seen anywhere near the front line for a long, 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 long time. But I know which line that he does see, and that's the line to McDonald's. But anyway, let's have a look at them. Okay, again, so you can't even get in a straight line. Okay, so this is supposed to be a military parade. They're all looking around. No one's telling them what to do. This guy he's got some sense of, he's obviously served in the military before. The rest of them have absolutely no idea what the hell they're doing. They're all just standing around like they're waiting to catch a train. All right, so here we are. This is Russian people, the normal people, the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, the aunties, and they look absolutely ecstatic that their sons and brothers and fathers are being recruited into this ridiculous war. Some of them look absolutely horrified. And if you know anything about communism, or you know anything about authoritarianism, you can get a crowd. Yeah, even 2 weeks ago, Putin bust in about 10,000 people to listen to him annex Crimea and the Donbass and that. So this crowd is pathetic. Imagine if this was North Korea, they'd have 500,000 people there waving the North Korean flag, and you can tell by the look on these people's faces, they don't know. They know, but they know that they can't say anything. This lady here looks absolute. She knows what's going on. She knows that she's not going to see her husband again. She's not going to see her son again. Yeah, so she knows, and you can tell by the look on the faces that these people are not amazed, that they don't want to go do this. You can tell. You can do exactly the same video on the other side with the Ukrainian soldiers, and you look at the women there. They're stoic. Go get 'em, boys. This is not go get 'em, boys. This is, Jesus Christ, is this the last time I'm going to see him? Really bad situation. What the fuck? What? What did I just say? So this young guy can't even put his rifle on. All right, so this guy knows what he's doing. He looks like he's been in the military before. This guy has absolutely no idea what he's doing, and so does the guy behind him. Both of them. They have no idea how to even use the gun, walk with the gun. So this is stuff that you learn in basic training. You know, if you can't put your gun on, what the hell is this? Anyway, so yeah, you can. There's a clear difference between guys that know what they're doing and ones that haven't even been trained. So imagine what's happening when this guy's being shot at. He would be doing exactly this. And when you have people like that in the army, you've got people beside you that are looking at you like, Jesus Christ, this guy's going to protect my back. So he's going to be one of the first to die, unfortunately. And you see this, and the guys have no choice. They can't, you know. Everyone shits on Russia and all that sort of stuff, but it's not these people. These people who are the ones that pay the price. This is a bad situation. Most people in their hearts know that these guys are going to die, and then this is the last time they're going to see them. So there's an old saying in Russia that Russia runs on grandmothers, okay, and there's a reason for that. Tsars and aristocrats and kings and presidents have been pulled down by grandmothers. When you lose the support of the grandmother in Russia, you lose the motherland, and that's a real thing. And you can see how weak-spirited. I could show you videos from 1940, and you see what the women were doing then. But you can see they don't want to be involved in this stuff. So here we go again. So we've got another captain or something here, and he's 30, 40 kilos overweight. The security guard here with the big Z on his chest, he's 30, 40 kilos overweight. This guy's overweight. I saw the one behind the van here. He's overweight. So you must need to know someone to be able to be in this situation, because they're putting this kind of caliber into the buses. Okay, so this time we're out of Crimea. This time we're actually in St. Petersburg, in Russia, and automatically you can see there's a big difference. Okay, so first of all, the caliber of the guys look a hell of a lot better. They're trim. They've already had their hair cut. They look like they know what they're doing. They don't look scared. But do you notice that there's no fanfare? There's no parade. So in Crimea, where they're pretending that it's part of Russia, there's a massive, flags and, well, not massive, but just flags and a going off service. Here, they're just taking guys off the street, but they're actually picking decent guys at the moment.
Ребята, пожалуйста, я вас сила, Россия это сила нахуй. Да чё я заглушусь?
Он только этого клоуна.
А давай-ка покуримся. О, седой.
Давай.
Давай, Саша. Мам, все, отвали. Все, ребята, проходите.
Давай.
Все будем ждать.
All right, so that's a whole different vibe, isn't it? So you can see that all the guys that got on there were between 18 and 20, 23, 24. Okay, they actually looked fit. They looked like they looked actually like they've been in the military before or recently, and you can tell by the people. Okay, they think that they're going on a holiday. They think that they're just going to Crimea, going to Ukraine, and they're just going to take over the whole place. So you can tell the difference between the Russian propaganda here. These people actually believe what they see on TV, and they think they're just going to go over there and cruise through the place. Whereas the ones in Crimea, they're actually getting the actual real news, what's happening on the front, and that's why they're all emotional and That's why they're pulling anyone and everyone that they possibly can. But anyway, this has been an interesting look at what's happening in Russia. I hope that you like my insights into it. Like and subscribe the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. Slava Ukraine.